Hey there everyone, it's Val and welcome to today's end of the day tour for Infernal SKies, the labors of Valentine and Gordon. Well, as you can see I have an unwanted guest. He's spawning here. It's the one place where they can spawn, it seems, and they keep doing it, which is quite annoying. Anyway, I have a couple of things to show you. In today's stream, we built the hammer mill, and I guess I should grab a piece of cobble to demonstrate the hammer mill with. Basically, how it works is you throw your piece of cobble, or you can put gravel and sand and stuff in there too, but you have to, one thing I've noticed is if you have it set to stage 1, it will not accept, it definitely won't accept it if I throw it like that. It will not accept the cobble. You have to set it to stage 2, 3, or 4. And actually that's interesting. You saw that poof of bits? Well, normally that happens when you're turning the crank here. And then after a while it goes poof, like that, meaning it's processed one. But if you've actually turned the crank some, and there's nothing in there, it looks like it kind of stores it up and does it anyway. Interesting. I don't know if that's intended or not. It doesn't make sense that it's that way, but anyway, that's what it's doing. So, what do these little slots mean? Well, stage 1, I think it's supposed to accept stone at this stage so that you could turn it into cobble. However, in testing it didn't accept the stone, so I'm not sure if that's what stage 1 is supposed to be for or not. I have to talk to Cyanetics about that. However, stage 2 is to turn cobble to sand. Cobble to gravel. Stage 3 is to turn cobble to sand, and stage 4 is to turn cobble into fine sand. So basically it saves you a lot of time over here hammering things on the table in order to get the gravel and then the sand and then the fine sand. You can get it to do it, and it does it in one step. So if I put in a cobble and I have it set to fine sand and I turn the handle for a while, I'll get a fine sand popping out the other end, rather than having to go through each of the stages to get there. So that is very nice. It is, however, hand intensive. There is an upgrade to it that you can build called a kinetic crank, but I need a lot more iron to make that. But once you do that, then you hook it up to a water wheel and put some boiling water under it, and it does all the work for you. I can't wait until I'm to that point. So I also sifted a bunch of stuff. I can't remember if I said this in the last end of the day tour because it's been too long. Basically, I sifted 4 stacks of each of the various types, gravel, sand, fine sand. I also sifted dirt, and I also sifted more, a stack of mycelium that I made. Unfortunately, I only got 1 stack made. But these are the kinds of things you can get from it. And so, of course, cobble is giving you, like for the ores, cobble gives you the chunks, gravel gives you the clumps, sand gives you the nuggets, and fine sand gives you the flakes. And each one gives you different byproducts, and there's more than these, and these aren't exactly representative of which level they come from. It's just where I happen to put them in there. I also have some over here. These are also byproducts that came from there. You're supposed to be able to sift some of the wood products as well, but that is not working correctly at the moment, so you can ignore some of the stuff that's here. In fact, I believe that is also something that I'm not supposed to be getting. So pretend the blaze powder isn't there. Alright, so from the one that produced the most of all of them is the mycelium. So my 1 stack of mycelium gave me all this stuff. And I'm actually planning on setting up a mushroom farm in the near future so that I can grow mushrooms, because I can make well, a number of different meals with just the mushrooms. which is awesome. So that's something I'm looking forward to. So anyway, and most important, grass seeds. We're going to be needing that in the near future, because we're going to need to make a paddock and hopefully get some animals spawning. And that's what this ginormous area is for. I actually want to be able to do other stuff over here too, which is why I made it so big. The idea was to get the animals over in this far corner, at least 32 blocks. Well, it's actually further than 32 because it's a diagonal. This way. It's 32 blocks this way and 32 blocks there. But anyway, this is where I'm going to put the 5x5 area. You need a minimum of a 5x5 area to get animals spawning. I'm not going to actually put that in place yet, even though I have the dirt. And the reason for that is this is still version 0.1.5.1, which has blazes spawning no matter the light level. And that is supposed to be changed for the next version when it comes out. And I'm waiting for that before I try spawning any animals. But at least I have the area set up in which I'm going to try to spawn them. So we're moving forward. Now, the other project that I worked on today was the one that I was working on last time I did a tour, and that is the mob farm. The drop mob farm is finished and it's working beautifully. Endermen are falling to their doom quite nicely. And I'm going to put some lights up there so that the whole thing is lit up a little bit, because I think it's going to look pretty cool. But I honestly don't have the torches to spare at the moment. So I'm not going to do that just yet. But once we have a little bit more torches, then I will be extravagant and put some torches in there. So as you can see, beautiful, getting lots of drops. Of course, the only guys that don't die when they fall is the blazes, but I can kill them here without them seeing me and them setting things on fire. And I have torches down here right now because, in general, I don't want other things spawning. But if I'm still debating about whether I should remove my initial small spawner over there, I think I'm going to, and if I do, I can then just take the torches out. I have to kind of reach up there to get that one, but I will take the torches out, and then I can use this as a mob spawner for experience as well. And it'll just be a slow one. If I want it faster, once I can afford pistons, once I know how to make redstone, I can push these up a half block and adjust how this works so that when they fall, they are almost dead but not quite, and they're one-hit kills. But for now, a slow experience farm is more than sufficient since I can't enchant anything yet. Right. So I'm just going to take you upstairs and show you what it looks like up there. Let's just drop this off here. At least now I have a nice source of arrows. I have over half a stack now. Not in that chest, but between that chest and the one in the house. So now I can shoot wayward spiders, etc. quite happily. Whereas before I had to be so very careful because I have no way of creating them other than killing skeletons. And now they're dying for me. Alright, so this is just a little walkway I've got around the actual mob farm. And the reason that I've done this is so that I can actually put torches in there and turn it off. And I'm just going to poke a hole here, just so I can show you this. And you can see that I've got a gap of one and then a slab there. That's to prevent spiders from spawning in here, because we don't want any spiders in here. They will clog things up, and we don't want that. Now, I can't really show you here, unfortunately, but down the center, actually maybe I can. Down the center I have trapdoors. It's just obviously one block wide, but I think I might be able to poke a hole here and give you a peek. Yeah, there, you can see them right there. So mobs think that they're a solid block and they just walk right over it and fall down. And the Enderman very kindly demonstrated for us. So kind. Let's go see if I got an ender pearl. So I'm getting a few ender pearls, which is nice. Once we have an abundance of iron, which right now every iron ingot I get is earmarked for something. Aha! We did get an ender pearl. I'm going to put hoppers under here, I think. Yeah. I think I will probably put hoppers under here so that this stuff is collected automatically. But at this point, I don't have enough iron to really do that. Because I need 8 hoppers, and, well, I can't afford that. The hoppers that you do see around are ones that I put in from creative to get around a bug, which will be fixed. And as soon as it's fixed, those hoppers will be destroyed because they're only there to get around the bug of not being able to open chests underneath the table sifters and the hammer mill. Let's just collect this string. Nope. Dang it. Okay. And I don't know if I talked about the different stages of the wormwood? Yes, wormwood. Basically, there's 2 times you can pick it. You can pick it when it's dried, and then you have a chance to get seeds. And you are more likely to get resin rather than leaves, although you can get leaves, it's just not very common. Or you can pick it when it's at this stage, and in that case you don't get resin, you get the leaves instead. And you don't very often get seeds. I can't actually recall if you get them at all through here. I think you don't, is my impression. But you can get them when they're dried. I believe the other seeds that I got was when I was sifting dirt. So what I've been doing, because I need torches more than I need the leaves at this point, I have been letting them dry out and then harvesting them with a right click then, rather than having to manually dry all the leaves. I would rather them to be dried for me. It just, oop, no, I don't want you in there. It just takes away one step of things that I have to do. Alright. Well, that's what I have to show you for today, and actually I'm going to give you an overview. I'm going to go into creative, and we're going to have a look from above, because I want to see what the base looks like overall. And yep, as I suspected, the area that I built today is, if you put these together, is probably about 2/3 the size of what I built today. So we have expanded the base size remarkably. Cool. Right. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's tour. And yes, actually there is one more thing that I need to talk to you about. Right now we are at the point that, me and Gordon, that there's not much we can do until the next patch and the next update comes out. So I am going to be suspending this series until such time as the patch is out and or there's more content that I can actually have something to beta test and show you and things to do. So for the next, I don't know how long, I don't know the schedule of the developers, so I can't really speak for them. So for the next unknown period of time, on Mondays and Fridays, I will be doing other games. I don't know which ones yet. I'll probably be doing some Terraria. I might do some more Fortune's Tavern. And there's also a possibility that I might be doing something else. Not yet decided. Possibly another Minecraft mod pack. Or, you know, another game altogether. But I just wanted to let you guys know, if you were watching this series, just to let you know, let you know, I'm repeating myself terribly here, let you know that I am not stopping it. It's just suspended until such time as there's more to show you. So, again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I hope to see you in the stream sometime. Y'all take care now. Bye.